Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings.
Hello and welcome in. I am MissKinghorn and we are back here in The Sims 4. And we're here for a very special reason. So I am taking part in my very first collab here, which is for the Femme Fusion Collab 2024 in The Sims 4, hosted by the wonderful Cavalier. Thank you so much for doing this collab, and I'm looking forward to it. So, basically the message or the reasoning behind this was we are to celebrate all women around the world. The rules are pretty simple. You just have to pick one woman that you admire and want to build a house for or create a sim. So there are some people in this club that are doing CAS recreations of them. As you all know, that is so not my thing. So we are here doing a huge house. This is actually on the 64 by 64 lot in Brindleton Bay, where it has its own like private beach and stuff. It didn't really do too much with the beach, I've got to be honest, because it's so far off the lot. But apparently it's its own private beach that anybody can walk through. Anyway, so you might have been able to tell by the nameless that we are doing it for Mrs. in here, and I thought a really nice coastal kind of house in here for them. Maybe it's like a vacation home they go to. I obviously know that they've got multiple houses around the world, and I think they do actually, or did have one very similar in terms of like location in the past. I am not recreating that. I had a look at it and I thought, maybe no. So this is totally my recreation of what I kind of wanted to do. Now I had so many ideas for what to do for this build, and then I pretty much screwed them all away. And this is about the third attempt at doing this build. It was going to be a smaller lot, it was going to be simpler, it was going to be their family home, there was lots of different ideas. And eventually I settled on this one in here. Now this actually turns out to be a 2-bedroom house, which has way too many bathrooms and stuff like that in it, but it has a recording studio, several offices, a gym, sauna, yoga studio, a huge pool. Yeah, it has everything in here that you could possibly want or need in a house this size. Now, I'm only going to do a short voiceover for this because I am not going to stay here for the very long time in this video. It is a huge house, and I think it's one of the first ones I've done on my channel, which is like a 64 by 64. It's a pretty big house, and although there's a lot of landscaping involved in here, I kind of wanted to show you as much of it as I possibly can. So you missed out on the terraforming at the beginning, because otherwise we'd still be here at the end of the area store, which is not fun, into there. So we've skipped ahead of that, and you're now seeing the floor plan for at least the ground floor has been put in, and we're just working on some detailing work into here. And yes, so go grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or some nectar or whatever, get snuggled in, and watch the rest of this video into here. Alright, lots of sort of detail work. As I say, I wanted this to look really nice and kind of with that sort of coastal feel to it. So there's lots of greens, there's lots of blues. I've placed like white hints here and there sort of throughout the rest of the build so that it kind of all works together, but I thought it'd be in like a nice sunny space somewhere in the world where you get lots of sun. So there's sort of a nice big pool area, there's a big patio. I also get a tennis court as well. I forgot that in the whole of what we've done in this build. You will see all of that coming up as well. But yes, this is the front in here. So we've got a huge garage. I'm not entirely sure how many cars you can probably fit into that. They've got these 2 big doors. I've placed some cars out the front here, and then I think there's like 3 inside as well, because it just needed more in there. There's not too much in the garage. It's kind of like storage and just those kind of things. And then here we're putting in the shutters. These obviously will not cover the windows, but you know, I had to do what I had to do in here. These were the only shutters we really had, so they had to go in. But why is Taylor Swift so influential? So she's one of the most successful musicians, female musicians at the current time. Obviously has a huge tour in at the moment. Whilst I was actually building this, because this took a while, this wasn't just done this week. This bit here was probably recorded way back in like March, probably March, April time, I've got to be fair. And yeah, that was before the album dropped, or the double album I should say, in there as well. So even more sort of on point than when I started this in here. But this is a little tennis court that we are doing. I don't really know why I kind of did a tennis court. I kind of ummed and ahed about what to put in here. We obviously do have a big pool as well, but I wanted something different, and I've not created one of these before, to the point you'll actually see I build it wrong. And then it's only when I do a little bit of researching of what exactly a tennis court looks like that I realise that we have to change it. Here we go. Yeah. Anyhow, so we were talking about Taylor Swift and how she is influential. So she is currently packing out tours, stadiums for her latest Eras tours around the world, and to the point some of those have even created seismic energy, to the point there's been earthquake warnings, because you have been loving the music and the songs so much into there. She's flying all around the world. She's one of the sort of on that big tour in there, and yes, lots of sort of information. She was Times Person of the Year not too long ago as well. So yeah, everybody's loving her right now, and I thought it would be perfect to use her for this one in here. And this. So back here, this is obviously the background. I wanted kind of lots of sort of space. I didn't get the proportions right of this build, I have to be fair, so it made trying to do this a little bit difficult, because this should have been slightly bigger and the house slightly smaller. There wasn't really much need for the house to be as big, and you'll sort of see what I mean when we get to like the dining room and the living rooms. They are huge, and it was a difficult one because they didn't need to be that big, and I completely messed them up. Essentially, to put it bluntly, I messed them up into there, and you'll sort of see how I fix them, I guess we can say, later on into here when we get into the interior of this here. But at the moment we're using some of these little rocks. These are actually from the world as well, so they are kind of around and about anyway. Now, I've cut lots of this. This is probably one of the heaviest cuts in a video. I think, having recorded everything, I think we were like 6.5 hours, and that's without like bathrooms, utility rooms, and things like that, like the garage. I don't think I recorded either. So in total, I probably spent maybe around about 8 hours just recording this, before you have like research and inspiration and all of the fun things that come before creating videos. So this took a while. As I say, this started probably right the way back middle of March sort of time. So yeah, it's been a secret little project, and some of you might have noticed when I was building, I was trying not to use this world, and I know some people, especially on my Twitch, were saying, oh, this would be better in like Brindleton Bay, and I was like, yeah, I can't show you that map. I can't show you that. because I didn't want to give anything away, so I'm doing a little bit sneaky into there. But yes, so this top patio in here. I love this patio space. Now, talking of this being done back in March, we didn't have the new Riviera kit or any of those, so I don't have any of that in here. I really wish I did, because you'll see in the poll in a minute, I think some of the new items could really work in there, but I think it's okay. I would maybe change out one of, or like the pool chairs and bits and pieces like that, but it is what it is, and I knew I needed to record this a long time ago, so yeah, there are some packs that we now have that I didn't have at the time. But in there, here's me saying at the beginning that I'm not going to waffle through all of this, so this is where I will leave you. I will pick you up right at the end, but for now, sit back and enjoy. I'll see you in a minute. Bye!
And I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
coming up to probably my favourite room in this whole house. It's coming up just in a minute. So this actually is like the office, comes sort of recording studio in here at the very top. Now this comes up a sort of different staircase. You can't actually access this from the main part of the house. You have to kind of go in through the garage and do that. But you can also kind of go through the living room downstairs into like a little hallway, which has got the utility room in it by the garage, and then you can come up the stairs into here. But I felt like because the kitchen was like all the way at the other end of the house, a nice little area here where they could make a cup of tea, where they could maybe get some food or something like that, would be a nice little space if they're working in here all day. And yeah, just a nice little space in there. But what do you think of this build? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, question for you: who is your most influential woman? It could be your mum, could be a sister, grandma, could be a celebrity, anybody at all, maybe even a YouTuber. Who knows? Who inspires you to be a better person? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, nice little space up here. It was an odd shape because obviously you've got these long sort of pop outs when it comes to the windows and stuff above the garage in here, but I really want a nice cozy little space here. So got the sofa, and then there are actually two little chairs that I've kind of squished in. This was a little builder hack that I saw. I think it was on Instagram. Somebody posted a little picture or a little reel of how to do this, and I thought it works perfectly for what I really wanted. It has a nice little space where you can sit on the sofa and eat your food or have a cup of tea or just have a nice little meeting if you're just chilling with someone into there as well. And now obviously because Miss Swift has lots of cats, I thought we need to have some cat stuff in here, so I have also gone around and placed beds, toys, food bowl, litter trays everywhere throughout this build as well. I actually forgot about them until this very moment in time. So yeah, I have gone and done that. You'll see in some of the screenshots that the 3 cats are there and are in here. But this is a nice little space. I'm thinking maybe here, maybe like the manager or somebody like that kind of works in this space more than sort of the artists themselves, because I thought in here you're kind of like the gatekeeper to kind of like the recording studio. Maybe you've got other people coming in and out, and it's just a little bit more of a nice little space up here for you to be working. And I thought a few little knickknacks here and there, and then yeah, realising I placed everything in the wrong place. Oh, the power of I fix that into here, and then we also get some mementos out on the wall as well, maybe from like people who inspire sort of their music, or it could just be some wonderful people on collectibles that they have purchased throughout time. And now you kind of come into this sort of next section of this whole little area in here. Now this is the one-way glass window. I rarely use this because I rarely find a need for it, but I thought in here, every time I looked up like recording studios, like home studios, music studios, you kind of have like this space where like the producer or somebody would stand and kind of like wiggle like the sliders. I have no idea. But like has all of that sort of equipment in, so I thought this is really what I kind of want to get in here as well. And then lots of guitars, lots of clothing pieces as well in there, just little mementos, as I say. And then I'm trying to use as much here from Get Famous as I possibly can here, because I feel like it really works in there as well. And lots of just sort of debug kind of big musical kind of boxes and equipment and stuff. That's really what's in here, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff to make this all work. And then this back piece here is actually kind of like in the actual music sort of booth where the artist would go, they would sing, they would play the guitar, do all of like keyboard or everything that you would need to do in here. Obviously we don't have like drums or anything like that, so I've just placed in a keyboard and I think there's a couple of guitars going in as well. But we're quickly coming to the end of the video, so if you have enjoyed it, then please give me also find me on any social medias as well. But until next time, bye everyone!
But if you don't wanna tell